and the street. You're the voices of my children, my family and my home. You're the source and the finish of my highest dream. Jesus, my joy, all that's good and perfect come from you. You're the heart, hope for all I do. Jesus, you are the center of my joy. Jesus, you are the center of my joy. Jesus, you are the center of my joy. Jesus, Mary's baby, you are the center of my joy. Jesus, you are the center of my joy. I said, Jesus, you are the center of my joy. You are everything, 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 and everything. You're my hope for tomorrow. You're my joy in my sorrow. When I'm lonely, feeling sad, you're the lifter of my head. Call his name Jesus, 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 Jesus. Call on his name, Jesus. Early in the morning calling, late in the afternoon calling, in the midnight calling. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. When I was lonely, I said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. Call his name, Jesus. Call his name, Jesus. Call his name, Jesus. Mary's baby. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. I said, Jesus, 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 Jesus. I said, Jesus. I said, Jesus. Call him in the morning. Call him in the midnight. I said, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. I said, call him Jesus. Call his name Jesus. Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You are center. Jesus, you are the center of my joy. I said, Jesus.